Hello, welcome to Cardminds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Gemini weekly money and career reading from October 27th to November 2nd, 2025. Geminis, welcome, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week. Gemini's weekly money and career, October 27th, November 2nd, 2025. Thank you for being here. I hope you're all well. Be on the lookout, on the here out, for the magic word if you're interested in putting your name in the hat for a free reading. All you have to do is put the magic word down below in the comments section and be subscribed. I will pull one name and announce it at the end of the month of October. So grab your best headphones, earbuds for better sound, and let's get started. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we need to know? What are the messages here for this upcoming week for the sign of Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we need to know in money and career for the sign of Gemini? October 27th, November 2nd. What do we need to know? What are the messages here for a Gemini? All right, Gemini, let's see what we got. What are the messages for this upcoming week? What do we got? Six of Cups. Queen of Wands. King of Wands. 10 of Cups. The Devil. 4 of Pentacles, the Sun, 9 of Cups, beautiful, 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, and the Hangman. I feel like I'm missing. Is there one more card, please? One more card for Gemini. Thank you. Okay. Page of Swords. There's a lot of emotion right now, Gemini. I know your mental, intellectual energies are what push you forward. You utilize your sharpness, your intelligence, more than making decisions on emotional impulse, right? But here it feels like you're attached to certain emotions or attached to a place, maybe a place you used to work with, maybe friends, co-workers, an environment. These are memories that you have from the past. These are memories that are now shaping your decision forward, or reorienting you forward, or you're sort of bathing in those energies as you want to push forward in something new. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. It feels like you're pushing forward in a very confident way. You're magnetic with money. You're confident. You're attracting the right resources, right? Intellectually, you know how to push forward. You're pushing through with your personality, with your charisma, with your ideas, with your sharpness. And you might be taking on a leadership role or leadership in a project or leadership in a job, taking on more responsibility, smart, creative. Maybe you're investing, and if you're investing money, right? You have the Queen of Wands to the King of Wands, where you're becoming master entrepreneur or master at what you're doing, or very good at what you're doing, or very good in your job, or very good in what you're working on in your job, or in this project, or in this business you want to develop. Or because I don't feel like this is new, I feel like your decisions, or the way you're navigating your job, or navigating your professional path, your career path, is very sharp, yet at the same time you're really attached to something from the past. We'll pull a card on the Six of Cups over here to see what it is that you're attached to, and what it is that in the past is bringing you forward, right? What is the experience, or whatever, maybe the people you're working with, maybe it was a subject, maybe it's past job, maybe it's past business or collaboration, or something that you really worked on, that you have a connection from the past. So again, with this Six of Cups, or maybe you got financial help in the past, or maybe there is family involved, or right, you're attached to a certain place, a home, a family location, or a place you worked in. Okay, all right, let's moving on, because family does come up. Harmony, family above all, right? Family, financial stability. It feels like all of this is about financial stability and family financial stability, you being able to help others, or family wealth there, money shared, supporting each other, or you supporting your family in a harmonious way. Now, we do have the Devil and the Four of Pentacles. So this makes me feel that you're attached to those ways in the past, attached to family support, or attached to back in the day, how you shared things, shared resources with your family, supported each other, or this is a moment where now you have to support your family and find stability. Okay, but with the Devil, you feel trapped. You feel trapped, and you're hanging on to something, hanging on to your pentacles, hanging on to your money. You're holding on really tightly to money here. Maybe you fear for loss. Maybe, you don't want money to rule you, or to rule your environment, or just be the main subject of the family. You don't want that to rule you, or you feel it's ruling you. You want to remain in control no matter what of the finances, and remain control overall in your family. That's a possibility. Or there's another entity, person. Let's pull a card on this Devil, because this can be someone around you that's very controlling, and therefore you feel sort of trapped. Maybe you're trapped in a contract. Maybe you're bound to a business, bound to people, bound to something, controlling. Maybe you feel someone's manipulating the narrative here. Maybe there's something a little toxic. There's some real control going on there. It can be control over the finances, family finances, or even control over finances within the job. And right, you're hanging on to that. If you're interested in a tarot reading, join membership. Membership gives you access to personal tarot readings when we come on live. We come on live Sunday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Monday and Friday, hours depend on my schedule. Join us. We would love to have you, Gemini. Join membership, gives you access, or subscribe. It supports the channel. No matter what, those readings are public for everyone. So join us in the chat. Join the beautiful positive energies, whatever you're trying to make happen, manifesting, bringing in finance, bringing in that job, moving forward in your business, whatever it is, join us. But if you do want a personal tarot reading during lives, join membership. All right. And subscribe. It's time to subscribe, guys. We're trying to hit 50K. Check out if you're subscribed. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. It's one click. Check out if you're subscribed, if you haven't yet, or maybe you were, or right. Thank you so much for your support. It makes a huge difference. It means a lot. All right, so here we have the sun. You're bringing in the sun. You're bringing in confidence, success. It's really positive. So we go from the really, really controlling environment that you're in, sort of trapped, to finding your confidence, being content in enjoying the fruits of your labor, or multitasking, working a lot. There's a lot of pressure. And then we have a delay here. We have a delay. And so this delay, this pause or this stagnation on a situation comes right underneath the devil, right? Seeing that what is manipulating the script here, whoever it is, whether it's a boss, person you're working with, person in your family, or it's just a toxic environment, or someone's trying to control something, right? That's why there's a delay. That's why there's a pause. If you're waiting for a call back, if you're waiting for a green light, if you're waiting for that money, waiting for that meeting that you want with your boss or the collaborators or business meeting to try to make a deal, try to get that contract signed, whatever it is, it's on a pause. It's on a pause because it's important to reassess. And there might be sacrifices needed here with the hangman, needing to reassess, needing to understand that you might have to surrender to something. It's a lot of patience to see also things from a different perspective and let go from attachments. Whatever you're bound to, whatever's toxic, whatever you feel that is controlling the narrative, or whatever energy you feel trapped in, it's important to let go of old patterns. And maybe it's just you. When I say it's a toxic environment or someone there, this can be just you, entrapped in old beliefs, old patterns. Maybe this is always the way you've moved forward on your career path. Maybe this has always been the way you made your money. Maybe this has always been the way you got your jobs or evolved in a job, right? And right now it's stagnating. Right now it's not moving forward. Important enough to see things differently, to take it from a different angle. You have the Sun card and you have the Nine of Cups. You are pushing forward in a really positive, more simple, more clear energy where things will be constructive and fluid, and it's going to make sense to you. You're automatically going to sense it and click. It's just going to click and be in the right place and really boost your confidence. But before that, it feels like it's important to take it from a different angle, to do things differently, and to accept changes, right? The hangman is about sacrifices. So maybe it's important to take on, to relocate, or maybe you're waiting for an answer, waiting for the green light, and maybe you have to take on training, or maybe you have to take on a job that pays less, or that's different, that's out of your comfort zone, right? That's what this shift is all about here, to get out of entrapment, to get out of this this devil thing where you feel trapped. And maybe it's just about you and your process, right? Maybe you're not trapped as you think you are, but maybe you have to want your freedom, or want to do things differently, or be curious and take a risk on other things, to take a job somewhere else, a different type of job, right? You have to want your freedom enough to change. So it's almost like it's important to face what is controlling you, or what you feel is controlling you, to name it. And that's where your power begins. That's where the shift begins with the hangman, right? There's a radical shift here of perspective. Whatever suspension this is of judgment, or of an answer, or of the energy that you're really trying to push forward. There, you have a lot of pressure, a lot of responsibilities, but you're at a 10. You're at a 10 of wands. So that cycle is over. However, there's a radical reorientation of the mind here. Like you're going to be thinking differently. And you're going to be thinking differently, challenging something that has been really rigid, or a pattern, or something you've always done, something you've been stuck in. Well, just because it's always been like that, and probably it's worked for you. And again, what if the truth lies in what you've been resisting? The change, the reorientation, the seeing things from a different angle, to let go of control. Allow clarity and insight to come in through patience. And maybe it's not comfortable. Maybe it's unfamiliar, because changes are unfamiliar, because we're stepping into a new energy rather than hanging on to something maybe that's not serving you anymore, or maybe, you feel like it's not what you want anymore, or it's not paying enough. Sometimes the best move is non-action, to really take the time to reassess. Like I always say, unlearning to reframe. And then here we have the Page of Swords. That's why I wanted to pull another card, that Page of Swords, with the fresh, new energies. With a new financial idea. Curious. You're stepping into an energy, and this is bringing you confidence. You're stepping into an energy, a fresh, new energy. So it can be a new financial idea, a new job idea, a new business idea. You're very curious about maybe it's investments, contracts, planning, jobs, meetings. You have to research things. You have to research things carefully. Maybe there might be a training process. There might be a training program. You have to learn along the way, but it's fresh and it's new and it's exciting. It feels like you're amping up your energies. It's exciting, and you will be content with the result on how this is moving forward. All right, let's pull a card on the Page of Swords. Let's not dwell on, well, there we go. I was going to say let's not dwell, but there we go. So this can be the end of a job, or you disappointed in a job, disappointed in that person that didn't show up, or in the result, or in the callback, or whatever it is. Again, we have the King of Wands. Interesting. There's a lot of people involved. So this can be on an interview. This can be on a job interview. This can be on a business deal. This can be on a program. I don't think it's the program. I think once you realize that maybe this is not for you, there's a lot of people involved here. There's a lot of options, a lot of people. There can be disagreements, but overall, I feel like it's highly, highly competitive. There's something highly competitive that you're disappointed in. Maybe there's a promotion that passed you by. Maybe there's a job that passed you by. Just know that you're at the end of that cycle. You have the Nine of Cups to the Ten of Cups. These are really beautiful, positive energies. Make a wish here, Gemini. Comment down below where we stand. Comment down below what this is all about. If you connect to these energies, what is this all about, Gemini? Are you in a really competitive spot to get a job? Are you really in a really competitive spot to get a business deal done? Or have you been attached to a certain company, a certain way of working, a certain group of people, or a certain, way of doing business that have sort of trapped you in one soul manipulative or toxic or controlling energy, where there is a lot of competitiveness, a lot of people going on here, a lot of people. Okay, and so now, once we rid ourselves of not wanting to be in that competition anymore, and there we have the Six of Cups popping up again in the energy. In other words, well, I want it the way it was before. I liked what I did before. I liked the people I used to work with. I liked the way we used to do business before. Or I like the company I used to work with and the coworkers and how, right? There's a real moment of wanting to push through a way of working that worked in the past and that now is disappointing you and that's highly competitive. So here we go. We have the Three of Wands and the Ace of Swords. There's a breakthrough. There's a breakthrough, a new understanding. And there's your new idea. There's your clarity. There's your clarity on your new direction, on how you are going to push forward with this Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is the breakthrough. So whether it's a new idea related to finances, related to your business, to your job, you're finding clarity. Clarity on the answer, clarity on budgeting, clarity on legal matters, clarity on the job, on the business, from the callback, from the contracts, whatever it is. It's a smart financial decision. It's a very smart decision here, Gemini, to move forward. Once you get this breakthrough, it's a really smart idea to move forward on this new idea. Three of Wands, it is going to move forward. This smart idea is really going to progress long term. This is becoming a long-term vision for you. You've started something financially promising, or you've started something business promising, or it's a promising job, it's a promising contact, it's a promising contract. Whatever it is, comment down below, Gemini. This is really, really promising, and it's going to begin to show results. But as you see, it's taking a new direction, and it's taking the time to find clarity, to find this new idea, and to push through into a new idea, into a new direction. Very interesting reading. I want to pull one card. What is this Six of Cups? Sorry. Okay, sudden movement from the past, taking a breather, and needing to know the truth, and needing to address the issues. Whatever's been beneath the surface will come out in due time. No matter what, it will come out, right? This disappointment, that person, that attitude, that toxic energy, or it can be something that you are revealing from yourself, that maybe you were in denial of. Maybe you didn't want to address it. It doesn't automatically have to be someone else. It can be you finally finding clarity with yourself. Of something maybe you've never said before or never admitted before. That's a possibility, right? So look beyond the obvious if you're trying to pursue something, trying to get that breakthrough, trying to find that clarity, that new direction, that truth, or that connection, right? Look beyond the obvious to understand what is truly at play here in your life, in your career. There's certain wisdom within you that has been ignored, or something that you haven't addressed, or something that you weren't aware of, whether it's from you, someone else, in the job, in the process, in the business, in your career path, in your choices, money decisions, finances. There's something that wasn't addressed, or that was ignored, or that you may not be fully aware of, right? So listen to your gut feeling if you're going through this. Follow your instincts, right? Rather than moving forward on logical, because that's why we have all that emotion from the past. Something you're not revealing, something from the past you didn't reveal, or something that happened in the past, or for good or bad, it doesn't matter. It's not negative, but it's something that you're hanging on to. And so as much as you are making decisions very matter-of-factly, budget-wise, business-wise, money-wise, job-wise, there's something that you're hanging on to emotionally, which is interesting for you, Geminis, because you make your choices in a very intellectual way. But here, on this thing that needs to be addressed, or that will come to light, or that you have to come to terms with, or just reveal or accept or admit, right? That's about feelings and instinct. It's not about logic and facts. Things beneath the surface need to be discovered or uncovered. Maybe it's a hidden truth about yourself or a situation, but just be comfortable you know, what is going on. And maybe you're in uncertainty. Maybe it's not very comfortable, but not everything needs to be known right away, right? But whatever needs to be revealed will be revealed in due time. So maybe it's time to take a softer approach, take a back seat, and sort of process what you need to process emotionally. Maybe it's something that's been passed through generations, you know, a family tie or family emotions. That's a possibility as well. All right, let's see if there's one last message for the road. Geminis, weekly, money and career. One last message for the road, please. Yep, and there we go. Cards don't lie. The secrets, emotional secrets. One more card that need to be revealed. It can be also creativity. It can be an idea, an artistic idea, a creative idea that you haven't revealed, or maybe you feel like you need to tell someone something about an idea that you had, or maybe this is copyright. It's possible, or maybe you feel someone stole your idea, or you feel like you haven't addressed an issue about someone that disappointed you, or yes, okay, so there we go. We have the disappointment on money, but you're getting your wish. No matter what, it's going to come out, and you're going to get your wish, and you will get the results of the fruits of your labor. So this can be contention for copyright, or for you feel like people stole your idea, or someone didn't pay you for your job, or pay you for an idea, or pay you enough for your idea, or something like that. All right, well, if it needs to come out, it needs to come out, Gemini. So I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to each and every one for being here, for sharing your journeys, for sharing your energies. Gratitude. Gratitude to each and every one. I want to say that the magic word is address and release. Address and release will be the magic words to put down below in the comment section. Don't forget to be subscribed. Thank you so much for watching. Geminis, have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.